And how is it like the schooling here?
Yeah, I have two kids, they're two daughters, and we were lucky enough that we found a school in which we were very comfortable with, and it was also very close to where we live. So we also get the chance to walk them to school. And we supplement their school. I was also lucky enough to find another expat who also happens to be from Chicago, and she teaches them children's literature. She has children's literature classes with them, so they pick up a lot of native English from her and her kids. But having that option kind of took the pressure out of worrying about their bilingualism, because then I wouldn't have to be so concerned about how the school was. The school, they do teach English. It's not fantastic, but I also have Beth, who teaches them on the side, so I have that covered.
All right. Now how about let's get into a little rapid fire here. Just a few things. Just tell me the first things you think of. Anything you got related to your BA. First of all, your favorite hidden gem here.
I really like Sarkis, which is also in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And not only is it great food, but they also it hasn't gotten to their head. They haven't jacked up their prices big time like a lot of these restaurants have that used to be not as popular, and now they're super popular.
Favorite Argentine sweet that isn't yours?
Well, they're fairly new. I really like Gina's cupcakes. That's Gina at PalermoCupcakery.com. And as far as a local sweet, I think I'm a big fan of dulce de leche.
And favorite sweet that is yours?
That's a tough one because there's so many. But chocolate chip cookie is, I think, probably my favorite one. But
Biggest gripe here in Buenos Aires?
There's a couple. I really hate driving here. It's just very frustrating. Driving, and then also there's a segment of the population that's very stubborn about not picking up after their dog. Those are the two biggest ones. Insecurity and dealing with police and bureaucracy, not so great either. You asked me for one, I give you three.
And how about what other things that you're involved in here in Buenos Aires?
Well, I from day one we donated to a percentage of our sales goes to the Argentine license of Reading is Fundamental, which is here they call Leer es Fundamental. And actually, I really like what they do. They raise money and they go to needy communities, and they get the community to be involved and to be volunteers in this own event, and then they create reading corners or like little libraries for their kids, and they stock them with books. And that day, it's like a whole day event. The parents and maybe students from other schools, they put up plays, do shows and something. And then the kids themselves, they get to pick a book that they get to take home. Mind you, these are kids that, in many cases, it's the only book the family has. So it's a big deal for them to be able to take a book home. And I think that's a fantastic thing to see that in action and see the impact. So that's one of the things that I'm involved in. And actually, not too long ago, for the first time, we were able to, we as a company, put up a reading corner just with our donations, and we did it in Villa I think it's called. And we closed the shop for the day, and all the employees, we all went down there and we set it up, and It was pretty nice. I really like sharing that with them.
Nice. Last two questions. If you could have someone play you in a movie about your life, who would you want?
Oh man, I blanked out on his name.
Vin Diesel?
John Cusack.
I was thinking.
He'd have to shave his head.
Yeah, I was thinking Vin Diesel. Maybe a little because of the head. But yeah, John Cusack. All right.
Vin Diesel is in a way better shape than that.
So cookies. Give him a few cookies. The other one is if you could sit down and have a glass of milk and some cookies with 3 people, anybody dead or alive, who would they be?
Okay, one would be Barack Obama. Another one would be Winston Churchill. And another one would be Carl Sagan.
Distinguished group. Very good. And any final advice that you have for starting a business here or moving to Buenos Aires? Anything you think people should know?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid of making mistakes. I found that's probably the quickest way to learn something. And if you're open to it, even better. Now that I have this, I realize it's mostly, or what really affects you or impacts you the most is how you deal with the mistakes, more than how you deal with the successes. I think that is probably what will define you more than anything else.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for the cookies and the coffee and sugar and spice with Frank.